Dear Insecurity by Gnash and featuring Ben Abraham is going to be in standard tuning and capoed on the first fret. After capoing on the first fret, we'll be playing in E standard chord formations. The first chord is going to be an E major chord relative to our capo, of course. In actuality, it's an F, but I'll speak of it as though the capo is not there. It's the shape of an E. I've got an open 6th string. I've got my second finger on the 5th string 2nd fret. I've got my ring finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. I've got my first finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret. I've got my first finger on the 3rd string 1st fret. I've got an open 2nd string and an open 1st string. In striking each one of these chords, you will strike down twice on the lower register end of the chord. In this case, that would be strings 6 and 5 and 4 primarily. And then you will pick up once in the higher register end of the chord across strings 1, 2, and 3. Strings 1 and 2, which will be remaining open for the majority of these chords. And you'll get a sound like this. On the first chord of E. The second chord is going to be an A chord, or a version of an A chord. What I'm doing is I'm taking my 2nd and my 3rd fingers and I'm moving them down one set of strings on the same fret, the 2nd fret. So now I've got an open 5th string. I've got my 4th string fretted by my 2nd finger on the 2nd fret. I've got my ring finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, and I'm still going to have an open 2nd string and open 1st string. You would strum beginning from the 5th string down. For the 3rd chord, I'm going to be making a C sharp minor shape. I'm going to be coming up to our relative 4th fret from the capo. It's the real 5th fret, but relative to the capo, 4th fret. I'm putting my first finger on the 5th string 4th fret. I'm putting my ring finger on the 4th string 6th fret. I'm putting my pinky finger on the 4th string 6th fret, and then 2nd finger will be going on the 2nd string relative 5th fret. Open 1st string, and I'm going to be strumming from the 5th string down. That same feel. And then our last chord of the verses is going to be a B. So we take this shape and we're going to move it down 2 frets, but we will then take our 2nd finger, which had been fretting the 2nd string, and we'll pick up our 2nd finger so that the 2nd string can ring open again. So my first finger is on the 5th string 2nd fret, my ring finger is on the 4th string 4th fret, my pinky finger is on the 3rd string 4th fret, I've got an open 2nd string, open 1st string, and I'm going from the 5th string is where I'm beginning my strumming. And that repeats over and over again, in E, an A C sharp minor, and a B in those fingerings that I just showed you. Whenever it gets to the bridge, there's a different style chord. Listening to this chord, it sounds like it's trying to be an F sharp minor while also trying to be an A major almost. I can hear an A note in it, and I can also hear an F sharp note in it, which generally you do not have those two, you don't have those two notes together in a chord. Here's the way that I'm making the first chord of the bridge. You want to fret the 6th string on the 2nd fret. I use my thumb. You may find a better way to fret it once I show you where to put all your fingers, but I use my thumb for the 6th string 2nd fret. Then I put my pinky finger on the 4th string relative 4th fret. So we've got octaves of an F sharp. The 5th string would need to be able to ring open between these. Then I take my first finger and I put the first finger on the 4th string 2nd fret. On the 3rd string 2nd fret, I'm sorry. And then strings 2 and 1 can ring open. So that's the first chord of the bridge. It goes from that to the C sharp minor. It goes from the C sharp minor then to the E major chord, and then to a B chord. It repeats this F sharp minor / A sounding chord that we just talked about, back to the C sharp minor, Then the second time through the bridge, instead of going to the E major the way that it did the first time, the second time through it goes to the A chord for my verses. I tend to make that A chord with my ring finger on the 4th string 2nd fret, pinky finger on the 3rd string 2nd fret, 5th string open, 2nd and 1st strings open as well. And then the last chord of the bridge is going to be our B chord. It lingers there for a minute, and then lyrics and progression pick back up in the verse with another E.